Welcome guys in this video session. So in this video tutorial we will discuss the comparison between the 5G and 6G communication system. So guys, before starting the video I want to tell you, please subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed yet, and press the bell icon to get the new video notification link on the channel. So let's start the video. So let's move to the next slide. So firstly, in the 5G and 6G comparison, we will discuss the peak data rates between the 5G and 6G, how the peak data rates are different in the 5G and 6G. So guys, in case of 5G here, the peak data rates are experienced up to 10 to 20 gigabits per second. So these are the peak data rates. And in case of 6G, the peak data rates will be 100 gigabits per second to 1 terabytes per second. So here the 6G is 100 times more faster than 5G. So guys, in case of the 5G, the user will experience data rates or a speed less than 1 gigabytes per second, and in case of 6G, user will experience the data speed up to more than 1 gigabits bytes per second. So this is the first parameter. So let's move to the next one, latency. So guys, what is latency? Basically, latency is the time taken of the wave from traveling from the source to destination. So latency is nothing but it is a delay. So how much the delay is in the system in 5G and 6G. So in the 5G, the latency is 1 millisecond. So here in the 5G, the wave or electromagnetic wave that is traveling from transmitter to receiver, it will take the time of 1 millisecond. So in case of 6G, this is 0.1 millisecond. So it is 10 times less than 5G. Here latency in the 6G 10 times less than 5G. So this is 6G is the 6G electromagnetic wave or signal of the 6G is 10 times faster than 5G. So let's move to the next one, spectrum efficiency. So how much spectrum is efficient in the case of 6G than 5G. So guys, in the 5G, in case of 5G, the spectrum efficiency is about 100 bits per second per hertz, 100 times. So here this is 100 bits per second per hertz is the in the 5G spectrum efficiency. As we know, the 5G spectrum is the hertz in the gigahertz spectrum, and in the 6G that is the terahertz spectrum. So in case of the 6G, the 6G spectrum efficiency is 200 to 300 bits per second per hertz. So in case of 6G, the 6G spectrum is 2 times or 2.5 times more efficient than 5G. So let's move to the next one, the traffic density. So what is basically traffic density, or we can say the traffic handling capability of the network in case of 5G and in case of 6G. So in case of 5G, the traffic handling capability or traffic density, that is in case of 5G, the 10 terabytes per second per hertz per square meter area. So per square meter area, in case of 5G, there is a traffic density is traffic handling capability is 10 terabytes per second. So this is the traffic density of this 5G. So in case of 6G, this is 100 to 10,000 terabytes per second per square meter area. Here is also square meter area per square meter area. So this is the, in case of the traffic density. So the 6G will handle the more traffic, 100 times more traffic than 5G. So this is the traffic handling capability in the 5G and 6G comparison. So let's move to the next one, that is the connection density. So how much number of the connections will be handled, or how much number of the connection density in case of 5G and 6G. So in case of 5G, the maximum connections per square meter area will be 1 million connections. In case of 5G, maximum 1 million connections will be handled in the per square meter area. So in case of the 6G, the maximum 0.1 billion connections per square meter area. So here in the 5G there are the 1 million, maximum 1 million, and in case of the 6G, that is maximum 0.1 billion connections. So in case of the connection density per square meter area, the 6G is 10 times faster than 5G. So let's move to the next one, the mobility. So how much with mobile speed these 5G and 6G serve their user. In how much speed these 5G and 6G will serve their user. So in case of the 5G, so in case of 5G, there are up to the 500 km per hour speed. When the user is moving in the speed of 500 km per hour, then it will then the user of this 5G that will observe higher data rates, means less than 1 gigabits up to 900 Mbps per second. So in case of the 6G, that is the mobile up to the mobility of the more than 1000 km per hour, up more than 1000 km per hour speed. With this speed, the 6G user will be served with higher data rates. So this is very big achievement in the 6G. So means this is the two times faster than 5G in the 6G. So with the more with the very fast moving users that will experience the high data speed when they will be connected with the 6G. So let's move to the next one, positioning of the users, or finding the location or positioning of the users. In case of 5G, so the users that are in the outdoor, so the outdoor positioning of the users will be positioned at the 10-meter area, and in case of the indoor, the users will be positioned around 1 meter area. And in case of the 6G, this is 10 times less than 5G. The outdoor users will be positioned above the 1 meter area, and in case of indoor, that is the 10 centimeter areas, up to the 10 centimeter areas. So overall the 6G is 100 times faster than 5G. So the outdoor and indoor area, indoor and outdoor users will be positioned with less areas, less distance. And let's move to the next one, spectrum sport. So as we know, the 5G spectrum is the gigahertz spectrum, and 6G spectrum is the terahertz spectrum. And in case of the 5G, the total bandwidth for regular carrier that is used is the 100 gigahertz, and for in case of the multi-carrier aggregation, that is the 200 gigahertz bandwidth is used. And in case of 6G, so the regular carrier bandwidth that is used 20 gigahertz. So because in case of the 6G, the antenna size is very small, and it will work on very high frequency, so the electromagnetic wave or carrier signal will be traveled to in for short distances, very short distances. So the bandwidth that is used the 20 gigahertz, and for multi-carrier aggregation, that is the 100 gigahertz. And in case of reliability, so what is reliability? Reliability is nothing but it gives the guarantee for the signal that will reach accurately to their destination with negligible interference. So basically reliability is if the received signal, the ratio of the received signal to the total transmitted signal, or the ratio of the received message signal to the total transmitted message signal from the source. So that is known as reliability. So in case of the 5G and 6G, in case of the 5G, if there is 1 over the 10,000 reliability or messages, reliability means there is 10,000 messages are transmitted. So and in comparison with 6G, in case of 6G there will be up to 1 lakh messages will be handled. So there more messages will be handled and will be transmitted to the destination with negligible interferences. So this is more reliable than 5G. And the last one is network efficiency. So how much this 5G network and 6G network, how much 6G network will be efficient than 5G. So in case of the 5G network efficiency, so this is the 100 bits per joule is the network efficiency of the 5G, and in case of the 6G, this is the 200 bits per joule network efficient. That is a 2 times more efficient than 5G. Basically 6G is 2 times more network efficient in with from the 5G. So that's all in this video, guys. So guys, if you have any query regarding the video, please mention in the comment section.